laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome to the shadows that run alongside our car. Which sounds like a very long name, but what this game is it's kind of a... You remember those games that I played, like One Night Stand and V is Calling? It's not a dating game, kind of like those are, but it's one of those things where you sit down and you read the dialogue between characters and you make certain choices here and there, and I've heard that it's very good. The art style is what drew me in first and foremost when I saw screenshots of it, because it looks really, really nice. I really like this art style. And the music is really cool. I didn't know that the music was going to be this nice, but on the website that I found it, people were saying that the dialogue is really good. So, the premise of the game is that zombies have taken over the world and everything is going bad and the world is ending, and two strangers are going to end up in a car together, and that's what the shadows run alongside the car is, like the zombies as you're driving by them. So, it looks like a cool premise. It's going to be one of those sit back, relax, listen, and get engrossed in the story kind of things, which is what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling all nice and cozy, and I just want to sit down and share a little experience with you. And just go through the characters and see what's going on. So, let's start. Whose eyes will you see the road through? Oh, I get to pick. Ooh, I'ma pick the girl first. I'll probably go through as the guy as well. Gun it. I lay back against the passenger seat. It's weird sitting on this side of the car, but my stomach's been feeling off for a while and I just can't drive. So I've handed my keys over to this stranger. What's the worst that could happen, right? I stare out the window, watching the unchanging scenery whiz by. There's an awkward silence, but I don't feel like feeling it. This guy's not even looking at the road anymore. It's so stuffy in the car. I reach for the window control button and let the window roll open. He's probably just like, did you just fart? You sure that's a good idea? It's not like zombies are just gonna hurl themselves at a moving car. Well, who knows, maybe they would. He's a liar. Fair enough. The slight breeze feels good against my neck. But this guy looks like he wants to say something. So, I guess this is kinda strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway? Right, we never did introduce ourselves. It's... Ooh, I get to name them! Ooh. Nah, I'm not naming you Shelby. I'm gonna make this my own thing, and I'm gonna name you Cassandra. You look like a Cassandra, doesn't she? I think so. What name would you have given her? Actually, do I get to name the dude as well? Although I'm looking at her point of view, so... Cassandra. Well, nice to officially meet you then, Cassandra. Name's... Dustin? That goes with the accent that I just gave him. But Dustin... No, I'm not feeling Dustin. I'm feeling, Oh, what's your name? Chase. He looks like a Chase. He looks like, oh, I should have given him, hey, surfer dude. But then you wouldn't take him seriously. Because he looks like a dude who'd be out on a surfboard. Chase. Okay. Oh, he's happy. Not anymore. He looks dissatisfied. How was he expecting me to react? It's not like I really care, but somehow he doesn't look very much like a Chase. I was saying he didn't look like a Dustin! I continue staring out the window. The sky is so red. Normally I'd think it was pretty, but now it's just depressing me. Bad things come out after dark. I remember that all too well. I'd rather not think about that, so I decide to break the silence after all. So, what were you doing before everything happened? Hmm? Oh! He looks surprised. I guess I haven't been talking much since we met. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You know, this and that. I've never really settled into one thing in particular. What does that mean? That was weird, whatever. Whatever. It's not like I actually care, I just wanted to pass time. What about you? This ride is yours, right? Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car, or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. After Dad got that 3rd DUI, his license was revoked. He used that as an excuse to never leave the house. It was just as well, anyway. Sometimes he'd leave the car somewhere and forget where. Guess he didn't. Sorry, never mind. I'm feeling surprisingly calm about this. It's like I'm on the outside, looking in. I wonder if I'm really that callous. Maybe the apocalypse is just giving me more perspective. It's okay. The booze would have killed him eventually anyway. Jeez, talk about a fucking buzzkill. Oh, got darker. Pretty quiet in here, huh? Yeah, take a hint already. Surprisingly, not much noise at this end of the world. Not much noise at the end of the world. Not this end of the world, still. Do you think there are any radio stations left? I'd be pretty shocked if so. Reckon it couldn't hurt to look, though. Yeah, see, he said reckon! That's it. I reckon that it wouldn't hurt to look. It's the type of accent that would say that. I reached towards the console and turned the radio dial in one direction. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. There's nothing but static, sometimes metallic screeching. Great. Hang on a sec, go back down. What did he hear exactly? There couldn't really be something there, could there? I slowly rotate the knob back the other way. Wait! There it is! I think? Oh, yes! Spanish Inquisition music! Is that mariachi? Oh my god. Oh my god, I cannot believe! Out of all the music that could be playing, this is what we get? What am I thinking? Of course it is! Of course! We're on a highway to hell in the dark and mariachi is the only music available to us. The combination of Spanish vocals and horns on the track are completely ridiculous right now. I'm actually dying. Oh my god, fam. I'm crying. Literally dying right now. The dulcet tones of the fabulous man are actually killing me. That was not what I was expecting. Who the hell's out there running this? Of all the music that could be left. Man. It takes me a minute to settle down, but then... Wait, isn't this the same song again? Ugh, it's probably on an endless loop, because why wouldn't it be? Typical. You are so sassy! Sure seems that way. Guess it's just ghosts on the waves after all. And the undead aren't exactly interested in DJing. What do you think a zombie'd even listen to? Is death metal too obvious an answer? Rob Zombie? Or maybe they're all into baby metal these days. I don't know, I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt. You know, I've always wondered this, but what are they grateful for exactly? Maybe they finally found themselves some peace. Peace, huh? I wish they'd let the rest of us have some. Ain't so bad right now, anyway. Well, except for that. He gestures towards the console. 101.7 is now the infinite loop of mariachi radio station. So what are you into anyway? Bondage? S&M? Music-wise? I really like Alanis Morissette. Top 40 hits, that sort of thing. Not like I had a lot of free time to explore my musical taste for anything. You? You don't... And don't tell me it's baby metal. Well, you judge me if I say I actually haven't heard of them? No, that might be for the best. He doesn't have to know that I unironically like baby metal. Baby metal are awesome! What do you listen to then? Most people look at me and expect me to be into the Stones or Marley or something, but... Well, you'll probably actually judge me more for this. Try me. ABBA. With the fucking mariachi in the background? Oh my god, I can't keep a straight face. I lose it. Everything is just too much. He looks kind of sullen. I'm sorry, Chase, but not that sorry. Told you. No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I managed to get the words out. All this laughing's making my stomach hurt more, damn it. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but it's fine. Your parents, yeesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for Alanis. How old do you think I am? I'm pretty sure there's no right answer to that question. In all my years, I've learned there's two things you never ask a woman. You never ask her age and you never ask her weight. Same thing you never ask a guy is how big his ween is. but mine's 14 inches. Except for that one. I'm 22. What kind of reaction is that? No, whoa, you look so young or anything like that? Wonder how old Chase is, anyway. This music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. Cassandra, please. No, it's not even remotely close. You should be happy to have it. That's sure an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you. Oh. He purposely reaches over and shuts off the radio. He's got a surprisingly immature side to him, too. Do you ever expect things to end up this way? What? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Why do you have to ruin the mood like that? It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer. I'm a bit surprised we still have any light left at all at this hour. Especially without the street lights and all. It's like the sky's just been saving it up. Looks a bit like a dying fire. God, Chase! Way to bring down the fucking mood! Sounds kinda morbid, but kinda fitting for the end of the world. Man! What would it be like to be in the end of the world? Like, just have everything shut off. It's like you can't even, like, just randomly pick up your phone and go on Twitter anymore or anything like that. It's like the whole world is ending. There's nothing to do. You'd actually have to go outside, or depending on the type of world end, I guess not. It's silent again after a while, for a little while, but it doesn't last. So, you never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, doesn't have to be a job or anything, but well, what do you like to do? Or what did you before everything? Like to do, huh? I turn my eyes to the window as I think of my life. Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have time for much other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, back to work, get off work, eat dinner, and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. Oh, I couldn't do that. Like, that like endless cycle. Well, I guess part of me kinda does that, but I don't mean like the job side of things. I'm talking about like coming home, watching TV, passing out, and then just immediately getting up for work again. Like you wake up and it's work time again. That like cycle where everything you do is work and then the weekends are your only free time. And then the whole thing would start all over again in the morning. I mean, that's why I consider myself very, very, very lucky to have the job that I do, and I'm super grateful to be able to do this as like a job. Because I get to like make my own hours and everything, so. That was about it. And after leading such a boring life, I ended up here. Probably not even gonna go out with a bang. My death's going to be just as dull as my life. I guess that'd be most people's story. It's tough out there. Was tough. Probably tougher now. Huh. All kind of pointless in the end, isn't it? You work your damn tail off and everything goes to pot anyway. And you just wonder why you didn't spend your time better, you know? It's a good message. It's like, if the world ended tomorrow, would you really be happy with the way you're living your life? Like, a lot of people live their lives just complacently. You just live it the way you are because it's comfortable, it's easy, you don't have to worry about too much, you're not trying too hard. You're getting by. Well, for most people. I probably shouldn't generalize. But the way they're saying it, I should say, is that most people are just getting by. They're doing their job, they're waiting, they live for the weekends, they save up for retirement, and then that's when they start living their life. Like that whole endless cycle of work kind of thing is a very weird thing to be part of. You work all year just to have those couple of weeks holidays. But like, if the world was to end tomorrow, would you really be happy with the way you're living your life? I know there's some things that I do complacently as well, that like, you get into such a routine that you don't really know anything else. And like, I guess we could all push ourselves harder, but it's like, do we need to, kind of thing? That's actually exactly how I feel about it too. Surprised that I'm actually able to relate to him. Yeah, but I guess that doesn't matter either way. Zombies don't care whether you're a good or bad person. We're all gonna die anyway. Jesus Christ. It's like, what do you want for dinner? Who fucking cares? We're all gonna die anyway. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA. I used to travel a lot. Looking for work and stuff. I suppose you could call me a bit of a nomad. See, he is talking like that. Oh god, the accent actually matched him perfect. Did he backpack across Europe or something? What does nomad mean in his context? In this context? Well, whatever. That sounds really cliche. Not really, it sort of suits you. To tell the truth, I haven't really had much purpose in a while. I've just been getting by. When you can't find something to do, you sort of lose yourself. It gets to a pretty dark place. Got to the point I used to wish I could just take a vacation from life. Guess I got my wish, didn't I? I used to wish for that too. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to be more responsible for Dad anymore. And now I'm not, but I can't say whether that's really a good thing or not. Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh? Yeah, monkey's paw. My stomach starts to throb painfully. I look down and press my hands against it. It felt okay for a while there, but it's acting up again. God, why did this have to happen? Still feeling nauseous? Huh? Damn, I shouldn't be so obvious about it. I don't want to cause any trouble. This might be causing even more trouble, though. Oh, yeah, it's gotten a little better, but... Anyway, I move my hand away from my stomach. It's not like resting my hand there will make the pain go away. In a way, as long as I feel that pain, I know I'm still alive. Jeez! That was morbid as hell. What's wrong with me? I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is. You think we should stop and rest? I glance at the fuel gauge and the dashboard, nervous. We barely have a quarter, 1/4 of the tank left as it is. Nah, like it or not, we'd be stopping soon anyway. Banking would just waste gas. Braking would just waste gas. Onwards it is then. Trying to ignore my pain, I keep my eyes on the endless road stretched out ahead of us. It really hurts now. I don't think I've ever been in this much pain in my life. And that's saying a lot, considering what I had to go through every month. I deserve this, don't I? I shouldn't feel bad about it. I brought it on myself. Do you ever wonder, like, why us? How did we make it this far? And is it really such a good thing that we're still alive? From the moment I swung that baseball bat, I sealed my own fate. Just as I start to sink into really dark thoughts, I hear Chase's voice. Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I stop to wonder what my own life was worth, it's a dangerous train of thought, I'll tell you that. We're here. That's what matters. Despite it all, we're here, and we're safe. The how and why of it is just garnish on the salad. You know, I didn't believe it at first. I mean, that we were really facing the apocalypse or whatever. So the first couple of months I just kept working, kept on like everything was fine. And then I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then Dad. How do we even begin to explain? Listen, you don't gotta answer me if you don't want, but your old man. What happened? My dad? I killed him. Jeez. Fuck. I thought he was like sick and he died, like he got taken by a zombie because he couldn't get away. I smacked him in the head with a baseball bat and then ran like hell. Huh. So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore, so he wandered off to another one. Just so happened that part of town was infested. It took a while before I noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. Does it count as murder if you killed a zombie? Does it count as murder if you never get arrested because your town's entire police force is now undead? That's pretty pathetic, huh? But so is my dad. So am I. And in the end, I won't be doing much better. My stomach is burning with pain now, and guilt. Is she infected? I stare out the window, seeing nothing but darkness. Who knows what could be lurking out there? Though, that hasn't changed since way before, I guess. This is good. Hey. I feel a sudden warmth on the top of my hand. Hesitant at first, but then steady. Chase's hand rests on top of mine. It feels alien somehow. I flinch. I don't think I'm used to comfort, but I know he means well. Probably. We're still here, just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get any better. It'd be stupid to assume that they would. But while we're still breathing, there's hope. Ha! It's pretty cheesy, ain't it? Huh. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get on with him, I bet it must be hard. Losing someone that close to you. Wow, where do I even start? White lie, be honest. Let's be honest. Me and Chase are in this together. For some reason, I feel like I can be honest with Chase. Even though I barely know him, I trust him. Somehow. My mouth opens all on its own and words spill out. Honestly, I feel relieved. I felt relieved when he died. And then I felt awful for feeling relieved. But I spent 7 years of my life taking care of him. At the end of it all, I just felt free. Not that I got to enjoy that feeling of freedom for long. Makes me feel like a monster to admit all this to someone else. It really does. But that's the truth. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel. He's right. I know I'm only human. I'm not a monster. Not yet, anyway. I guess I'm almost privileged. No one I care about has been around in a long while. I wonder if there's anyone else still out there. I wonder if they're stuck out there. Like this. I wonder if we'll ever know. Chase, What happened? The guilt is really getting to me now. I have to say something. I'm interrupted by the sound of the engine giving out. I heard the sound before. We're out of gas. Damn, did the fuel gauge light even come on? I didn't even notice. The engine cuts out and the car just rolls along until it completely stops. Before, I would have pushed it to the nearest gas station, but now, well, it's the end of the line, isn't it? I really thought the gas would last a little longer than that. Bound to happen sooner or later, wasn't it? We bought this car used, after all. It's cost efficient, but not so much fuel efficient. Wonder how far the next gas station is. Too far. It'd be nice if there was some signs around here or something. I can't believe we've gone this long without seeing any. Even if there were, it's not like we could have seen them. It's gotten so dark, and without the streetlights, my stomach feels like it's on fire. I don't think I have much time left. Hey, how fast do you think you can run? About average, I guess. Do you reckon we should? I touch my stomach. That hole isn't ever going to heal over, is it? She is infected! This really is it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a point. Even if Chase was an Olympic sprinter, I don't think he'd be able to make it. Not forever. If not me, then someone else would just... Maybe not. It's too damn dark anyhow. In all likelihood, one of us would probably trip and fall. Pretty sad to make it this far, just to die from a bust-up face. He can crack jokes because he has no idea. Knowing that just makes me feel like crap. I can't see anything now. Yeah, it would. Anyway, there's nothing we can do until the sun rises. Guess we're crashing here tonight then, huh? So she's infected, but he doesn't know. So she's like, how fast can you sprint? And he's thinking like, maybe we should just both sprint to see how far we can make it. But she's like, no, how fast can you sprint? Because you're gonna die in here with me. In more ways than one. Could be worse, anyway. At least the air smells nice. Yeah. I close my eyes, feeling the throbbing of my wound. I don't know how long it'll take, how long I will be able to go on. I wish I'd done more than work. I wish I'd pay more attention to the news. For now, all I can do is rest. I've run far enough. Well, good night then. The sunlight is completely extinguished. There's nothing but darkness and the endless stretched land ahead. Oh no! That's how it ends? You can't end on me like that! No! Fuck! I thought there'd be something. I had a feeling it would fade to black, but I thought something would, like, there would be a last word said. Or I felt like there would be, like, sounds or something like that. I didn't think it would just be like, well, good night then, and then just cut straight to credits. It feels a bit anticlimactic, but you can kind of like piece 2 and 2 together to come up with your own conclusion as to what happened. Either, well, they left it ambiguous on purpose, obviously, that you can either say, well, maybe they did make it, but it's kind of hinted at that maybe they didn't. So, she was infected all that time, and he didn't know. He knew she was feeling sick, but he didn't know that she was infected. So, she likely died to that and became a zombie and then attacked him, which meant he became a zombie. And being zombies, they were likely trapped inside the car until they just rotted away, so... Oh god, so bleak. That was really, really good. It was very laid back, and it was very somber, and it was very slow going, but... the writing was really good. The writing and the little story and the little arcs that were going on, you got a bit of backstory as to who these people were. You felt like Chase was just a wanderer, that he was going around all this time anyway, that he didn't really have anyone to go to. And she did, but she ended up killing her alcoholic father, and all she had done is work all her life, so she was very... I don't want to say dull, but she was very, like, laid back, and she didn't really care about anything. The world had gone to shit, but she was like, who cares? My world was shit already. Which is very sad, but it really does... Because it's not like, nobody gets their hero moment. It's very human. And I like that about it. It wasn't like, oh, zombies attacked, Chase or Cassandra saved the other, anything like that. It was a case of just sitting in a car, talking about your final moments, reliving your life and reflecting upon it. And not everyone gets a hero's ending. Not everyone gets that big guffaw at the end where they're just like, yes, I went out fighting. Most times you just go out... Ugh. Most times you just go out in a puff of smoke. I have a hair in my mouth. That's how I go out. A hair in my mouth. So it really makes you think. Makes you think, like, what would you do if the world was ending? Would you be happy with your life? Would you reminisce? Would you be happy with the way you had lived the life that you had up until that point? Or would you wish that you had changed something? Because none of us know if the world would end tomorrow. So you really have to live life the way you want to. Not a lot of people can. A lot of people are stuck in the situation they are, or younger people kind of have to go to school, and you don't really get that chance to spread your wings until later in life. So I don't know. Do what makes you happy. If I had never done what made me happy, I likely wouldn't be here making videos like this. And being able to talk to so many great people who all, like, wait around every day to watch the types of videos that you upload. So, if the end of the world happened tomorrow, I would be very happy with the way I had lived life so far. Of course, there's regrets and there's mistakes that you've made along the way, but for the majority of stuff that I've done, I'm pretty happy with in the position I am now. Not in YouTube, but just like where I am in life. I'm feeling very content. But it does make me want to try a bit harder after playing a game like that. Anyway, I'm not going to go back, unless people really, 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 really want me to go back and play, like, the Chase side of things or the Dustin side of things. I don't think it's going to be that much different, so I might just leave it the way it is now. The game is free. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to be able to go play it as well, so you can go off and get your own version of what happened. you can go off and maybe play as the guy this time and see if it's any different, or pick some different scenarios. If I do absolutely everything in a video, I feel like it ruins kind of the fun. So go off, try for yourselves. I really, really like this. Again, it was a lot more laid back than some of the other stuff I do, but it's a nice change of pace every now and then. Let me know what you would have called the characters. If you played the game yourself, what names you gave them. To me, they felt very much... Maybe Chase wasn't the perfect name for him. Dustin probably would have been a better name for the accent that I gave him. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, punch that like button in the face like a boss, and high fives all around. Whoosh, whoosh. But thank you guys, and I will see all you dudes. Oh, hello! Call accepted. Jacksepticeye. Hello, V?
Hey, is this video working?
Yeah, it is. It reminds me of Emily is Away.
It's nice to finally meet you.
Music is so nice. It's very, very nice, but it's just like royalty-free music, so this is something that I can actually go find and listen to. I want to listen to it, it's very calming.